Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing book recommendations, yay! But before we get into that, please leave a like, it really helps me and I appreciate it, thank you. Damn, I've been clapping good. Let's get into this. This video was requested by my beautiful cousin, Embria, if you're watching this. Hey, I miss you. Yeah, I have a few books here on the side of me, and these are some of my favorite books that I have read in the past or recently, and I'm going to be sharing them with you because I think they're great books. And now this is not in any particular order, I'm just going through the stack, okay? So the first book I have on the book rec list is called Control by Lydia Kang. This book, okay, let me set her down because I got some things to say about this book. So if you couldn't tell by the cover, like the test tubes and the beaker, it's science fiction. And I told y'all this, I keep saying this every time I talk about a book, but in the past, I was heavily dabbling in horror and sci-fi strictly, that was it. I discovered this book my junior year of high school as well, same as I did 359. And let me tell you something, this book, it's got action, it's got drama, family drama, relationship drama, you know, stuff about the government. When is the government ever left out of science fiction story? They're always like the ops. Is it because they're the ops in real life as well? But the story is centered around a girl named Zelia. She's a really smart girl, she's a scientist. She takes after her father, and she has this younger sister named Delia. And push comes to shove, they get separated when they... Oh. I was about to spoil it, I had to stop myself. But push comes to shove, Zelia and her sister Delia are separated. And essentially they're put into like some form of foster care. So Zelia is put into this group home with all of these kids her age that have like special abilities. One girl is basically like a living plant. Her blood is like chloroplast and stuff, and she can like make other plants grow. There's like this super strong humanoid guy with 4 arms. There's a really freaky, super smart genius kid, scrawny nerdy kid with like an extra head on his shoulder or something like that, and he has like a pet pig. He's super adorable. And then for the girlies who like book boyfriends, there's this guy named Sai, and his special ability is that he cannot feel pain, or he can feel pain, but like he heals faster than everybody else does. So she's put in this group home with all these extraordinary kids, and she's ordinary, so she thinks. I'm gonna stop there. And then the whole time she's trying to relocate her sister so they can be a family again and all that stuff. I'm gonna stop talking now because I could go into detail about this book, but I don't want to spoil it because y'all know I like to run my mouth, so I'm just gonna stop there. But yes, Control by Lydia Kang. Oh, I forgot to say this. I will link the books in the description for y'all if y'all are interested in what the hell is going on. Should I read the jacket? I should read the jacket. Let's read the jacket. That's probably better than what I just said. Okay. Zelia Benton loves working in the science lab because it gives her a sense of control. But when she and her sister and father leave town and move to another state, an accident eviscerates their lives. And it's only the beginning of changes to come. Control is a luxury Zelia may never possess again, not unless she gives up the idea of being reunited with her sister and her first chance to fall in love. That's where the book boyfriend comes in. This is an unputdownable... This is an... I didn't know that was a word. This is an unputdownable, intense romantic thriller set in 2150. You know, sci-fi does it. It's always a dystopian future, if not just a regular future. It's either a regular future with like flying cars and stuff, or it's dystopian. It's never a utopian future. In a world of automatic cars, nightclubs with auditory ecstasy drugs, I forgot about that part, downloadable perfume, and guys with 4 arms. I just mentioned him. Control is about the human genetic mistakes that society wants to forget and the way that outcasts can turn out to be heroes. Yeah. Ooh, not me bending the jacket, girl. Moving on. Okay. I just realized that some of these picks are from my high school days, and like they're for the teen audience. It's okay though, because they're still good. They're still amazing books. This is probably I'm getting emotional because this is like my favorite book probably ever, like on my list. So this next book is called Brothers, Boyfriends, and Other Criminal Minds. Look how cute this book jacket is. Look, like, oh my god. So this one I discovered, actually I was in middle school when I found this book, and once I got my big girl money and I became an adult, this was the first personal book that I bought because it has such sentimental value. Let's read the book jacket for this. Oh, this book jacket is long. Oh my god. Damn. Okay. Brooklyn, 1977. Yeah. 14-year-old April Lundquist lives in Diker Heights in a neighborhood populated by the mafia. That's always interesting. In fact, 3 hitmen live on her block. Francesco, Frankie the Crunch, Cosleone. Listen, all my Italian subscribers out there, whether it be Sicilian Italian or whatever, or New York Italian, please don't come for my neck if I butcher these names. I'm trying. Vincent Gorgeous Vinny Persico? Okay. And Salvatore Soft Sal Luciano. You don't mess around with these guys. You don't mess with these wise guys. Excuse me. So when Soft Sal approaches April and her best friend Brandy Rinaldi for a favor, well, the girls can't refuse. I mean, I wouldn't either. This is a mob boss living across the street from me. Whatever you say, sir, just don't put cement shoes on me, please. But does the favor, along with the crisp $100 bills that mysteriously turn up in their school books, mean that April and Brandy are now in the mob? Got these middle schoolers doing mob work. April just wants to make sure she stays on Soft Sal's good side. The reason, her older brother Matt has made the huge mistake of falling for the daughter of a big crime boss, and without quote-unquote protection, April fears Matt will end up seriously hurt and not by a broken heart. Meanwhile, April's connection to Soft Sal brings her closer to Dominic DeMao. I think, yeah, DeMao, I don't know. Bad boy and rocker and heartbreaker. We all been there. She only wishes Dom's old girlfriend were completely out of the picture. Soft Sal, Matt, Dom, and April's neighborhood, the guys seem to stir up all the trouble, but April wouldn't have it any other way in this warm-hearted novel about family, friends, choosing the right guy, and discovering your own talents on the way to growing up. Now, this book, like I said, it has sentimental value to me. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. I think this is an adorable coming of age story. It's different from the rest because, first of all, the setting's different, you know. It's in Brooklyn in the 70s, and then you never really see Italian American or just straight up Italian characters like be like the center of a plot line unless you're like, you know, in the mafia, which I know that's like a stereotype that the media has perpetuated. But in this, I gotta say, it's done in a harmless way. But the girl, for a couple of middle schoolers, the drama in here, like, I don't know, it's just a really good story. So I recommend this, Brothers, Boyfriends, and Other Criminal Minds by April Lurie. Yes. Next one, okay, this one's kind of a shift in genre, but I love this book all the same. So this is Big Fish by Daniel Wallace. Can you see her? Now this one I discovered my sophomore year in college because we had to read this for literature and film because we were reading the book while simultaneously watching the movie. Now this is probably not gonna be everyone's favorite because of, first of all, how old it is, and this book is very old-fashioned and whimsical. That's probably why I like it so much. So basically, the main character is telling the life story of his father and how he would make up all these tall tales to make his life seem more interesting, and how that affected him later on in his life as a grown man. And this is basically just like a recount of all of his dad's like best memories and best moment while his dad was growing up and coming up in the world. And I don't want to spoil it, I really don't, because like I could, oh. And it's also a movie, and now usually I guess this is a movie recommendation too. Usually the book is always better than the movie, in which this case it is, but the movie did the book justice, I believe. So you got a 2-for-1 there. You got a book rec and a movie rec. So there you go. Big Fish by Daniel Wallace. You're welcome. This next book, y'all already seen her, so here she comes. We got 359 again by Gretchen McNeil. Now, if you want the rundown of this book, go watch like the first 5 minutes of my reading reviews that I did over this book. Because I say the first 5 minutes because I spoil this entire book. But it's so good. Like, all my science fiction girlies, come get your girl. Like, come get this book. It's so good. But, yeah, I also discovered that one my junior year of high school. Hold on, let me sip. Do y'all like my mug? Because I am the next Supreme. Oh wait, let me turn her around. Ugh, it's hot. Yeah. I very much am the next Supreme. Okay, this next one I'm very fond of. This is a more recent discovery in my library. I got this, actually, I think a whole like exact year ago on the day. This one is called Lost Echoes. By whom? Joe R. Lansdale. Lost Echoes. Okay. Now, when I did my first book review ever on the channel on Perfect Chemistry, I said I was going to do this one next. I never did it because I straight up forgot about it. But this, what genre would this be? Thriller? Fantasy? Not fantasy. Like, when I think of fantasy, I think of like, you know, fae, elves, and princesses and stuff. I'll read you the book jacket. Come on, kids. Since a mysterious childhood illness, Harry Wilkes has experienced horrific visions. He got the gift, y'all. Gruesome scenes emerge to replay themselves before his eyes, triggered by simple sounds. These visions occur anywhere a tragic event has happened. Now in college, Harry feels haunted and turns to alcohol to dull his visionary senses. One night, he sees a fellow drunk easily best 3 muggers. I stuttered a little bit. It's okay. In this man, Harry finds not only a friend who will help him kick the booze, but also a sensei who will teach him to master his unusual gift. Soon, Harry's childhood crush, Kayla, comes and asks for help solving her father's murder, unsure of how it will affect him. Harry finds the strength to confront the dark secrets of the past, only to unveil the horrors of the present. It don't get no better than that. Now, when I was reading this book, I'm gonna be honest, for me, this was just my experience reading the book. It was a slow start. It was a slow start, but as I kept reading it, it just picked up the pace with like the interesting tidbits. It was really good. And it was not afraid to go there, like on serious topics like broken homes, alcoholism, sexual addiction, depression, anxiety, and it also wasn't afraid to, like, have a little fun with itself and not take it too seriously. There's this one part in this book, I'll never forget it. First time reading it, it's burned into my brain. He had a vision of someone in his apartment, like, doing the do, and you know what he called it? The main character, he called it throwing meat. That's what I mean by it's not afraid to, like, be funny and, like, not take itself so serious. But I definitely recommend this book. It's not like your run-of-the-mill, like, fiction book. Super cool. Oh my god! I didn't know this was in the stack! Oh my goodness! I knew, but, like, I forgot it was in the middle. Oh, okay, guys. So this is a book from my high school days. Most of these are from my high school days. Not most of them, but a good percent. We have Pink. What's her name? By Lily Wilkinson. Lily Wilkinson, okay? I think the reason why I fell in love with this book is because we had a lesbian as the main character. Like, first of all, how often do we get that? And whenever this book was published, I don't know when it was published, but this is a really, sweet, and it can be relatable to some people, coming of age story about a girl just trying to find her way and find out who she is as a person without the peer pressure of, you know, her girlfriend, her school peers, her parents, all that stuff. Let's read the book jacket, because they can do a better synopsis than I can, and I haven't read some of these books in a minute. Ava has a secret. She is tired of her ultra cool attitude, ultra radical politics, and ultra black clothing. So she was a baby goth. Trad goth. Okay? She's ready to try something new. She's even ready to be someone new. Someone who fits in, someone with a gorgeous boyfriend, someone who wears pink. Oh, so is she bisexual? Did I forget that? She has an entire girlfriend in the beginning, so she at the least, she's bisexual, okay? Transferring to Billy Hughes School for Academic Excellence is the perfect chance to try on a new identity. But just in case things don't work out, Ava is hiding her new interest from her parents, and especially from her old girlfriend. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the girlfriend, she is a pretentious hard ass. Like, the girlfriend, they're like 16 or something in this book, right? The girlfriend behaves as if she belongs in freaking Paris. You know how like they're all avant-garde. They're smoking cigarettes in the middle of the day in a cafe and they're like freaking 16. That's who she thinks she is, the girlfriend. Like, baby, she acted, first of all, she acted too grown. I'm sorry. The girlfriend, when I would read this book, like, she would, like, make me get very upset because she was so pushy. And those feelings are coming back. Secrets have a way of being hard to keep, though. And Ava finds that changing herself is more complicated than changing her wardrobe. Even getting involved in the school musical raises issues she never imagined. As she faces surprising choices and unforeseen consequences, Ava wonders if she will ever figure out who she really wants to be. Humor, heart, and the joys of drama, on and off stage, okay, combine in Ava's delightfully colorful journey of self-discovery. But I think I identified with this book. I'm not in any way a part of the LGBTQ community, but I am an ally. I love y'all. Elementary through middle school, I was a people pleaser, and I would have done anything to like fit in with the cool kids. I abandoned my true identity as to who I wanted to be. I gave that up to like be with the cool kids and like fit in and make them happy. And all the while, I left behind my true friends, my true interests, so I could just simply fit in, because I was one that got bullied heavily for it. So that's what touched me personally, like on a personal level with this book. And also, I'm a theater kid, so they have the depiction of like the weird theater kids in this book, because let's be honest, some of y'all be doing a lot, okay? I wasn't one of those like obnoxious weird theater kids. I was the other kind, not the bougie pretentious kind. I was like the smack dab in the middle kind. But seeing that, reading about that, that spoke to me as well, because I was looked at as a geek, ultra geek, because oh, you do theater, like how nerdy are you? And what about it? But this book is, I feel like it'll speak to someone's inner teenage girl or inner child that went through the same thing, whether you're lesbian or not. But it's a good book. I really like it. Ooh, this next one. Okay, I didn't mean to scream. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just got this book for Christmas. We have Poor Little Bitch Girl by Jackie Collins. Y'all, let me tell, I just got this book, right? I started reading it on New Year's Eve. I finished it in 4 days. And this book is like 472 pages long, I think, or something like that. Y'all, I've never breezed through a book faster. This book, oh, I can't even, first of all, let me calm down. I'm gonna just say this. This is going to be the next book that I do for Reading Rouge. No doubt about it. This is gonna be the next Reading Rouge topic, and it's going to be a doozy, okay? Okay, so basically, it's a story of a spoiled, run-of-the-mill rich girl from Hollywood, Beverly Hills, and then she's going through, like, drama within her life. She's having old demons and dark past pop up. So this book's actually centered around, like, 4 characters. Like, we have 4 stories going through the plot of this book, and I love every single one of them. So one storyline is following a girl named Annabelle. She's the daughter of two famous Hollywood movie stars. She's trying to run from her past, yada yada yada. The other storyline is following a 25-year-old hotshot lawyer named Denver, and you know, she's navigating her life as well, especially her sex life, okay? And then the other storyline is following a, what is it, executive assistant, I think, personal assistant to the Senator of Washington. Her name's Carolyn, and she's basically screwing her boss. I can't go deeper into that. I have to go more into it in Reading Ruse. I'm trying not to spoil it. And then you have, there's a male character on the front line. His name is Bobby. And, you know, he's trying to come to terms with what he wants to do with his life. You know, does he want to be the same man that his tycoon of a father was, or does he want to like do his own thing? You know, all that stuff. Y'all, the first sentence in this book, that's how I knew it was gonna be like a crazy book, a good book. This is the first sentence in the book. What the yeah, I turned out to be right. I finished this book, this thick ass book, in 4 days. I could barely put it down. Okay, last book. I know, don't be sad. Another high school memory. This book is called When We Collided by Emery Lord. Now, I have some strong feelings about this book because I'm gonna say this, start by saying this. Y'all already know how I feel about cliffhanger endings that just kind of like leave you twisting in the wind and then they don't ever f***ing come back. But I digress. Read the book jacket. Read the book jacket. We are 17 and shattered and still dancing. We have messy, throbbing hearts, and we are stronger than anyone could ever know. Aww. Jonah never thought a girl like Vivi would come along. Vivi didn't know Jonah would light up her world. Oh, it's so romantic. Neither of them expected a summer like this, a summer that would rewrite their futures. In an unflinching story about new love, old wounds, and forces beyond our control, two teens find that when you collide with the right person at just the right time, it will change you forever. So, teen romance, okay? And the book is, don't get me wrong, the book is great. The book is, you know, awesome. It's just that ending that pissed me off. I think I have footage from when I read it for the first time in 4 years, or however long it was, 3 years. Take a look at it. I'm having a hard time. Okay, so if you were on like my Aftermath private story, you know that the reason why I watch the same shows over and over is because I don't like change, and and the fact that I've already seen it, I can't be surprised or hurt anymore. I just got done rereading this book from when I was in high school. This is one of my favorite books. And I just realized why I didn't read it again. The ending is a bullshit. I'm very passionate, if you couldn't tell. These books like hold like a special place in my heart, you know, so that's why I'm recommending them to you guys. Because I mean, it may not be your cup of tea. It may not be your cup of tea, some of these books, but that's okay. You don't have to like them all. I just hope that if you do end up like reading one of these, you at least end up liking one of them, because I love all of these. Like, these are my babies. But yes, here they all are. Here are all the books that I recommended to you guys to read. Bria, honey, if you're still watching at the end of this ramble, I hope that you end up enjoying one of these, because you asked me to do this video, so here you go, love. That's pretty much, I think that's pretty much it. I have nothing but positive things to say about these books, except for, okay, except for some of the stuff in A Poor Little Bitch Girl. I get the setting. One of the main settings is Hollyweird, okay? They go in between two places. They go between New York and Hollyweird, okay? I know that one of the main settings is Hollyweird, but I don't want to hear about all that underage business. They talk about that a lot, so trigger warning for people who don't like underage business. And Poor Little Bitch Girl, maybe not the book for you, but I'm just clarifying that right now before you just go willingly in buying this. But yes, that's all I have, darling. I think I'm done. So that concludes our video for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like. And if you have book recommendations for me, tell me. Please. I'm always looking to read some more. Don't give me no toxic romance books. We've been through this on the channel. Don't give me none of them. I love y'all, but don't recommend them to me. I'm not gonna do it. No, but seriously, like, if you are interested, I will have these books linked in the description, so you can, like, if you want to buy one of them, or, like, you know, whatever you do, and subscribe if you want to. I will see y'all on the next go round. Okay, bye.